This is as perfect an example as you'll ever see of turning defense into offense. Now, this video is courtesy of Tennis Tunes on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below.
Gary goes for the one-hander, not quite enough. Andrew takes the ball real early. I mean, 2-minute tennis, we need to see that because, come on, Gary just completely turned that point around. It was beautiful.
Well, you asked for it, and here is the analysis. So we've got a nice little lefty serve right into the body. I think the body serve is just an underutilized option. We tend to think of just blasting serves down the tee or out wide. But if you think about it, you hit it right at the body, especially if you can curve the ball, like as a lefty with Andrew here and his lefty serve. Not easy to handle. And because of that, Gary hits a high, weak return. Now, this was awesome. You know, you see these high, weak balls, and typically recreational players move back, and they wait for the ball to kind of like play them. But Andrew comes in, and he takes the ball on the rise, takes the ball early, and uses this as a way to get to the net. So as Andrew comes into the net, let's look at his split step. This is an absolutely perfectly timed split step. You should land the split step around 0.2 seconds, as much as 2.5 seconds after your opponent makes contact with the ball. That's because you want to synchronize your brain and your reaction time with when your feet hit the ground. You don't want to land as your opponent hits because you'll still have to figure out where the ball's going with your reaction time. And it means now it's like hard to break inertia. So, because you're standing still. So watch this. Gary hits the ball right there. So let's put a timer down and let's see when Andrew's feet hit the ground. Boom. Look at that. 0.23 right in there between 0.2 and 0.25. Awesome job with that split step timing. Because in this situation, Gary can hit down the line. He can hit cross court. He can hit the ball at the feet. He can go for the lob. So you want to be ready for anything. Andrew, great job. The split step after the approach shot is the most commonly missed split step in recreational tennis from my experience. So excellent work. Now, Gary decides to go for really my favorite shot in this situation. He doesn't go for the pass or the lob, but he simply just hits it low to Andrew. This is when things start to look good for Gary. Usually, the person at the net is going to win more than 50% of those points, but not when they get a low volley. And that's where Gary is super smart in hitting that low ball to Andrew. Now, whenever you see your opponent with a low volley, you want to step forward into the court. So like cross the baseline, get inside the court because they tend to hit it short. And that's what happens here. Gary starts moving forward, and that's what allows him to get his racket on this ball. In this scenario, Gary only has one option. Of course, he's not going to rip a pass. He's not going to try to dip it low to Andrew. All he can do is go for the lob. And he pops the lob up super high, gives Andrew a tough ball to have to run down. And right here, just imagine you're Gary. What are you looking at? When you lob your opponent and you're looking at their back, do you know where to go? Do you know the exact place you're supposed to go? It is not the net. So if you said, go to the net, that would be incorrect. You want to go to the service line. Think about it. What is Andrew probably going to attempt? Right? In this scenario, he's probably going to lob. Well, if you get super tight to the net, then even a mediocre lob goes over your head and you can't get it. But you don't want to stay back at the baseline because then you can't hit an overhead off of their lob. So you go to the service line. And as soon as the ball pops up in the air, it's short, Gary moves forward, and he is able to hit the little drop volley. I will say this to Andrew, when you run a lob back like this, don't have your forehand grip, like your topspin grip. Have a volley grip, and it'll mean that you'll be able to hit the ball much higher. And then as that ball's falling, it's really accelerating, and it's coming from a very high place, and it's tough for Gary to handle. You put some topspin on this ball, and that makes it so that the ball doesn't stay in the air very long. It lands short, and that gives Gary the short volley and the point. Excellent work. I love when people come to the net just to see what happens, right? Typically, Andrew's going to win this point. If Andrew's playing some run-of-the-mill tennis player who doesn't know what they're doing, they usually spray the passing shot wide or completely botch the overhead and hit it long. But Geary is smart, man. He hit that ball low, forced Andrew to have to volley up. It was a tough ball, but at least he got the ball over his head. He knew exactly what to do. Look where Geary goes. He immediately goes to the service line. So if he has to go back 2 steps, he's good. If he has to come forward 2 steps, he's good. And he ultimately won the point. Nice job, Geary. Now, if you're tired of lugging around your old and outdated ball machine, then just make your tennis friends jealous and get the Proton ball machine by Hydrogen Sports. And right now you can get free shipping in the USA when you use my link. It's in the description. You'll find it in the first comment. You'll also see it on the screen at the end of this video. The Proton is fully programmable using its intuitive app. In fact, you control it using your smartphone or watch. It holds up to 100 balls and weighs less than 20 pounds. To see how truly amazing this ball machine is, and to get free shipping when you order one, be sure to use my link. So click right there to check out the Proton ball machine, and with that link, you're given a coupon code for free shipping. When you lob your opponent, immediately go to the service line. If you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2MinuteTennis.net. You got this.